What's up guys, PB2 Miss here. I recently found out about the new Army PT test that they're going to come out with, the ACFT, Army Combat Fitness Test. And I think it's strange. I knew they were going to change the PT test. Well, I heard they were going to change the PT test back when I was still at AIT. I'm just going to go through all of them. And this is just my opinion, just my opinion on how it's going to work, how it affects, PT test and whatnot, how many people are going to get kicked out because of this and stuff like that. But what I liked about the APFT that we have now, 2-minute push-ups, 2-minute sit-ups, 2-mile run, it's simple. Like, that's really basic, normal, down to earth, like normal requirements to be in the military. Nothing crazy. It's just push-ups, sit-ups, and a run. Simple, right? Now, these are a little bit more out there, like the deadlift. I don't mind the deadlift. You actually have to do a deadlift just to get into the Army anyway. Back at the recruiter's office, there's an old video, unless I took it down, but yeah, we had to do like a deadlift. I think it was just like, 50 pounds, something like that. Something easy. So for the new ACFT, you just have to deadlift 3 times. A controlled deadlift, not a deadlift, easy. I think pretty much everybody's going to pass that. I don't see anybody really struggling. I don't know how they're going to change it for females, if they do change it for females, because obviously their PT standards are a lot different. So they might put less weight on it. And if they put less weight on it, then I don't see many people failing the deadlift at all, unless you really gotten weak for some reason. There's no reason why you should really fail the deadlift. The standing power throw, it's just a 10-pound ball and you throw it backwards. Now, I don't think they're going for accuracy. I think it's just how far you throw it. So if you throw it and it goes a little too far to the left, too far to the right, I don't think that matters. Now, if that does matter and you have to literally get it between these two, because in the video, it's 2 row of cones. If you have to hit it between those 2 row of cones, oh, man, I see a lot of people get kicked out. Me might be one of them, because I'm going to be like, ugh, I'm just going to throw it. And that bad boy might go all the way to the left, and it might go super far, but it's going to go to the left, and you'll be like, oh, it doesn't count. You get one more try, and then you get flagged or something. I really hope it's not like that, because a lot of people will get flagged on that throw, because the cones in the video did not look that far apart. So unless they widen it, if they're really going to go with that rule, unless they widen it super far, please, oh my God, so many people are going to get dropped because who's used to throwing a ball? No one should be realistically oh yeah, whenever I go work out, I go throw power balls. I just throw them over my head for fun. No, come on, that's ridiculous. So if it's not about accuracy, it's just about how far you throw it. I don't see that many people failing. For females, I don't know if they're lower the distance, because it's just 10-pound ball. I don't see them lowering it. If they do, they're not gonna lower it that much. I don't really see why they should lower it, because it's just a 10-pound ball, but it is what it is. The hand release push-up, the push-up I was talking about, where you do a push-up, and then when you hit the ground, you put your arms up a little bit, maybe 2 inches, I don't know. But you put them up, and then you put them back down, do another push-up. Now this, I hope they lower how many push-ups you got to do for that, because it's way easier. I feel it might be a little easier doing these push-ups, because you're getting somewhat of a little muscle break in between, because you're putting your arms up. Maybe you're getting a little break in between, but still it takes, because they're probably going to want it controlled, because you can't just be doing that super fast. They're probably going to not count those push-ups as being correct. So you probably got to slow it down. And if that's the case, they're probably going to have to lower how many push-ups you got to do to actually pass, because it takes more time to do, push up, put your hands up, put your hands down, push up, than just down, up, down, up, down, up. It's a way faster to do it like that. So you can hit that 48, those 50, 60 push-ups in 2 minutes, because you're just going up and down, than having to put your arms up, put your arms down, go up, go down. It's a little bit, it takes more time to do it. So say if someone barely passes now, they're probably not going to pass, because they have to constantly spend those, extra little seconds. And those little seconds count, especially like if it's only like 2 minutes you have to do this. Those little seconds add up to say at the end you could have probably done 5 more normal push-ups and you could have passed then doing the new push-up. But if you're struggling on push-ups now and you're already in the army, you need to go work out more. Like you shouldn't. My roommate's playing Fortnite. Um, you shouldn't really be struggling on the push-ups if you're already in, unless you like got injured or something. But that's what profile PT is for. So I don't know, but those extra seconds will add up eventually. Now the sprint drag carry, the longest event in the whole PT test, having you run down, come back, drag something, drag it back, run down with the cowbells, run back, and then run down, and then run back. Yo, that takes a long time, man. Like, I don't think that's timed, and if it is timed, like, because in the video, they don't say if each individual event is timed. The only time that they did say is it this whole test should take like 2 hours for you to beat. Now that I don't know if that means it's like ready, go. You got 2 hours to do all this, and if so, that's going to be a little hard on the graders. Like unless you get a specific grader for each person doing the PT test, that means the PT test would have to be separated into 2 different mornings or 3, depending on how many soldiers you have in your unit or in your battery. Yeah, you'd have to have your own individual tester or grader. But even then, that means the grader has to do the run with you, because it's a 2 mile run unless they're gonna like pause the time until everybody gets to the 2 mile, and then like every individual teacher grader has the stopwatch stop, and then everybody's lined up, and then they all say go, and then they all activate their individual times, which I can see that happening. But even if that does happen, that does give people a break because you're doing a lot of exercises. So whoever finishes first gets the longest amount of break time, which, I mean, it is what it is, but at the same time, it's not exactly fair. So that'd be strange, be different. But sprint drag carry, that thing looks like it takes forever. Ever. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I don't know how much weight is on the drag, but it is what it is. I think that one's it's pretty cool. It's something different, it's a lot more, working out. So like it shows you're more fit to do extra stuff, because there's people that can pass the PT test now but struggle to like carry stuff. I've seen it happen. Next is leg tuck. You get on the pull-up bar and you're just putting your knees to your elbows. Ab workout. I rather have pull-ups personally, but the leg tuck, that's some ab workout for you because there's no sit-ups in this whole event. So there you go, an ab workout. I see some people fell in this because they gain too much weight, but oh my gosh, oh man, you gotta be fit. you gotta be fit to pass these tests. It is what it is. And then the 2 mile run. Did y'all hear that? Thunderstorm. Anyways, 2 mile run. It's just a 2 mile run. Like I said, they probably stop each individual timer until everyone lines up and does the 2 mile. And besides that, it's just a 2 mile run. Personally, I don't like it because here in El Paso, the elevation is higher. So when you run, it's a lot harder than say someone in like North Carolina and Fort Bragg. They can do the run. It's more humid, but they can just do the run. It's not as hard as running here, which is what I also had a problem with the APFT, because the APFT is just the Army in general. I think the grading should be based on the environment as well. So say if you're in Antarctica and you're doing APFT there for some reason, I feel like the run should be a little slower because you're freezing your butt off. You're literally freezing your butt off running with like coats and stuff. So I feel like that would take some time, but we got a lot of geniuses in the Army. Come on now. Like, you guys can figure out, okay, there's higher elevation in El Paso, so we should probably, lower the run time by a minute, because literally when I went from AIT in Oklahoma to here in El Paso, my run time went My run time, I failed by a minute and like 20 seconds. Like everyone's time that comes from Oklahoma to here, their time suffers from it because of the elevation. Now that's fine because when I failed, it was just a diagnostic. You know, I stayed here for 2 months. After 2 months, I retook a PT test and I destroyed it. So really, I mean, I'm gonna be stronger in general because say if I go from here to Fort Bragg, I'm gonna be running a lot faster than those guys because I'm used to the elevation here, and then going there, it's just gonna be a walk in the park. But I still think the time should just be scaled to what environment you're in. That's just my personal opinion. Now, the ACFT, depending on how the rules work, this could be okay or it could be terrible. Literally, I don't see it being, oh, this is great. This is way better than the APFT because the APFT is basic, bare bones. Push up, sit up, run. Like I said, nothing there's nothing stopping you from passing or failing beside yourself on a push up, sit up, and run test. But this other stuff, this extra stuff is just extra. Like, I know, I get it. It's supposed to simulate combat. Not everybody's in a combat MOS though. Everyone's of course infantry at the end of the day. If something goes down, you're automatically infantry. But let's be serious. We're gonna have the computer guys doing these like crazy sprint drag carries. Like, let's be honest. No, not really. In my opinion, not really. But what I would personally get rid of in this is the standing power throw, because I feel that's just extra personally. The hand release push-ups could just be normal push-ups. In my opinion, I think they should just be normal push-ups. Maybe have because you're going to be doing like deadlifts and stuff. Maybe lower the amount of push-ups you need to pass by a little bit. For if you were change the hand release push-up to a normal push-up, just lower it by a little bit. In the sprint drag carry, I feel you should just get rid of that last sprint, because like you run down, you run back, you drag the thing, you run back, you grab the cowbell, you run back, and then you run and run back again. I feel like you just get rid of that last run and just have the little dumbbells be the last thing. And the leg tuck, I guess you can keep it. It's going to kick out a lot of overweight people, overweight soldiers, but I mean, it is what it is. You chose to get big and eat all that stuff. I didn't make you big. So leg tuck, that's on you. And 2 mile run, I personally think we should just get rid of 2 mile run. That's just my opinion, because I don't like running. I'll beat it, but my roommate. But I just don't like running, so 2 mile run can go somewhere else with that. But that's pretty much it. I think it's okay. It could go from okay to bad, depending on how the rules work, how the grading works. Good or bad. There's no great, this is amazing, this is better than APFT. It's just or no, this is bad. It might be a little too late if it is, oh, this is bad, and then power might go out. But if it goes from, man, this is terrible and bad, and a whole bunch of people get kicked out, it'll be too late. Those people will already be kicked out by the time they change it again. Yeah, that's pretty much your boy PV2 Miss. I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully next time I see you, I'll actually be PFC Miss. Have a good one.